The city's still buzzing, but my spirit's done. All day long, I've been chasing the sun. Deadlines and voices crowding my space. So I light me a candle, reclaim my grace. Kick off my heels, let the rhythm spin. Soft jazz whispers where the chaos spin. Every sigh's a prayer, every thought's a tune. I find myself again inside the candid room. Welcome to the candid room, where my soul can bloom. No more noise, no more gloom. Just me and this groove. Raise your glass, let it soothe. Every scar becomes proof. When the truth feels like perfume, you're home in the candid room.
Good morning. Good morning, my people. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, this is 3 shows in a row, and I'm feeling pretty good over here trying to get this channel back active, get people to realize I'm back. I'm back. Welcome, welcome. I see somebody in the chat. How you doing? Go ahead and share this out. I'm excited about this topic today. And of course, like I always do, I open it up to the panel for discussion. So if you want to get in on this topic, yeah, it's gonna get fairly interesting because I know how a lot of people feel about this topic on the screen here. But before I get into my conversation, just want to make sure that you guys are feeling great and feeling wonderful. And just reminding you guys, hey, it's a beautiful day. Be thankful that you are alive and able to see it. Today is a day to start all the way over. Let me go ahead and say hey to the fans in the chat. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Um, I'm gonna like I said, start doing this a lot more often. It's slow at work during these hours, so I can kind of get in and get a couple of topics in um, every other day if I can't do it every day. But it keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and I like having people to talk to and everything. So, with that being said, I want to start this off with a little bit of motivation. And with that, I like to make sure that if you don't stick it around for the entire episode, you get something out of this. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this quote up. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, the biggest mistake you can make is listening to people who've given up on their dreams telling you to give up on yours. Mm. I'm gonna leave that up there for a moment so you can kind of ponder on that. And yeah, a lot of times people that may have, decided, hey, this is not going to work for me. Projects I ever tried. Um, life's half the time, and some people kind of give up on doing the things they set themselves out to do. You already know how it is when you get kids and relationships and all of this. You kind of, especially in this economy, everybody's working a 9 to 5 now, and they're scared to take risk only because of the unknown. So when other people get out there, they just kind of like, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be good enough, and they down themselves. A lot of times, there's envy that comes with it when people feel jealous of a person that is boasting about their success and climbing up the ladder and then what they want to do and trying to tell you, oh, that ain't gonna be a good enough. It's nothing. So they try to pull you down. Notice how you have something that you're passionate about, and you share it, and you how you're out there looking for people to comment on it, share it, talk about it, purchase, and they don't. Especially if you're looking out for your close friends and family, and you expect them to be all on board, and you realize only the strangers are checking it out. To me, I look at it as this. Those behind you will be. And sometimes it is a stranger that will thrive towards your products, especially if you give them something they're looking forward to, good quality, and you take the time and be consistent in what you're doing. Um, the people will follow. So I never say, oh, look at your numbers and look at it as failure. If you can increase it to one person each day, you're doing something. But don't expect the people you expect to be there, if that makes sense. I've learned that. So it's like, and if I might post up a picture of just me. Hey, it's me, y'all. It's me. I have a million likes, 100 likes here and there. But when it comes to business, barely a couple of likes on that. Or of course, if it's drama or controversy, oh, they commenting, they sharing, they posting. Oh, y'all here. Y'all been here. But you selectively choose on the post that you want to participate in. But that's the land of the law. A lot of people just drive off of drama and controversy and things like that. And but anything positive and uplifting or business to promote themselves, it falls on deaf ears. It's okay. Just find your audience. That's all I say about that. But yes, the biggest mistake is listening to people who ain't on your level. Like if they're not giving you that great advice, don't worry about it. I see it coming in the chat. Carol. It says yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just rambling, like I said, y'all. This show here is just for me to open it up to open dialogue. Good morning. Good morning. How everybody doing? Happy to see you here. All right, all right, all right. So let's go ahead and talk about the main topic because this is going to be good. So I'm going to ask everybody in chat. And like I said, share this out so more eyes can get on it. And then I will drop the link if you want to jump in this conversation. But we're going to start this off right. And I'm glad you're doing great. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Good mood, and when I'm in a good mood, I like to create content. So you guys are going to be blessed with a lot of me in the mornings. So I hope y'all ready because I'm gonna come up with all kinds of topics. And today, we're talking about. Thank you, thank you. Um, Now, this is the Maggie T, the drop off show. And the drop off show is separate from my Candid Room show, where Candid Room is more up into my coaching, my mental health coaching, where I give a lot of facts and tips. So, graphs. So you do learn a lot. I like to try to educate people on things, but this one is more matter of opinion, um, based on experience. So this one, I take it as just allowing people to kind of express themselves here. So we're dropping off the BS. Okay. So this particular topic today is flirting while taken. Harmless, or is it disrespectful? So I'm gonna let it sit there for a moment. You think about that, and just you give me your answer of do you feel like this? And we're gonna break it down definitely about this, because that's who I am. So I'm gonna break it down, the pros and cons of the flirting situation while you're in a relationship. Now, flirting while single, yeah, nobody cares about that. Get it how you live, but the difference is when you got your significant other, especially a significant other that is insecure or what have you, or even if they are secure, we're going to get into some of, is it a good thing? Should you stay away from it? Or, does that ends relationships? Because we got this social media era now where everything is seen. Like if you like on somebody's picture, everybody see it, and including your significant. Oh, I see you hearting and googling facing this comment in this picture. And it's I've seen people crash out about that. Oh, I was watching their profile and they just liking it, liking it, liking it, liking all. Oh my goodness. And me personally, especially with what I do, I'm in, content creating. So I I'm considered like I guess a personality now. With my in my Falcon Nation. We talk about the Atlanta Falcons on the other channel, Atlanta Falcons Nation, and then come over here and we're talking about all this juicy stuff. But with that though, I have a lot of followers. It be almost 7K on Facebook alone, and then all over the other social medias, profiles. I'm everywhere. So, um, and I like to support people. I like supporting profiles, businesses, things like that. And so I like pictures. If I see something, or I'll say, hey. Now, me personally, I am a natural flirt either way. That's just who I am. If I see something I want to compliment, I'm gonna compliment you, male or female. I don't care. You know, um, I just like to put smiles on people's faces, especially when folk be trying to throw them little, when people want the attention and they throw all these little posts up and pictures, and it's obvious. It's like, please leave a comment, like. So it's like, I see you out there. I'm gonna put a little like on it. I might not comment all the time, but I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say something. So flirting while taken, is it harmless or is it disrespectful? Hello, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I'm asking the panel and I'm asking everybody because the question on the screen is, and then of course, if you are a flirter, how has that affected you during your relationships? So, and you said yes, it is both. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna break it down to why we feel like it is both, because it could possibly be. Like I said, I am a natural flirt. That's just who I am, relationship or not. Um, but I mean, I'm okay. Hey. Thank you for tuning in though. I really appreciate you. I'm definitely trying to grow this platform. I see y'all in here. If y'all in here, leave some comments. What's that? What's that? And then, like I said, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join me in conversation. As a matter of fact, let me drop it now. Now you don't have to come on camera. You can just speak your piece for a couple of minutes. Call it, same, make it. This is more like a call in, like how you call a radio station. So let's treat it like that. So um, you in work? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whoever can jump on is welcome. If not, the comments are just fine as well. That's still interacting, so I appreciate it. So I'm not up here talking to my damn self. All right, so let's get into this conversation. First and foremost, we're going to define what flirting is first. And then, of course, you can give me your definition of what flirting is as well, but we're going to go with what is textbook. So here we go. So, as far as what is flirting, everybody, flirting is a playful, often subtle social behavior used to express romantic or sexual interest in someone without serious, immediate intent. It involves verbal, which is compliments, teasing, and nonverbal cues, your eye contact, or how some of them folks, especially them light skinned folks, even though I'm light skinned, but how they lick the lips, and they be so extra in their pictures, and when they talking to you, yeah, that's right, so there is some nonverbal flirting, and it's like, I see what you over there doing. So eye contact, smiling, light touching, So you come over here, you see somebody, you got your hand a little bit cupped around them, and you kind of leaning in just a little bit. How's your morning? You look beautiful today. You smelling good over there. Designed to create romantic tension, test compatibility, or simply for fun. So here are the key aspects of flirting. And I told you I break it down. You didn't know there was all kinds of aspects to flirting. All we know is we be in our fields when boo thing is flirting in front of us. Okay. So purpose. It is used to gauge attraction, show interest, or for amusement. So some people just do it because they just damn do it. Like me, I am, like I said, I'm a natural flirt. I flirt all the damn time. We laugh about it and we gone. I'm not in nobody's DMs, call them up later on. Hey, so what about that little giggle you gave? None of that. No, don't take my little light little tease and all that to heart. Now some do, and they be trying to throw their little shots out there, and I'm like, no, I was just, fucking with you. Yeah, no, that don't mean anything. Then sometimes I am intentional because shit, if you look good, you look good. Let you know you wearing that dress. So, and then behaviors. Common actions include smiling, laughing, holding eye contact, like I said, light physical touching, like touching on the arm and let me just, oh, your hair is so lovely. Teasing and paying compliments. And in context. It can be direct or subtle sometimes, making it difficult to differentiate. I can't even get that word out. I'm always tongue tied in the morning from friendly behavior unless multiple signals are present. Um, so here are some kind of examples of different types of flirting. Hey, 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 like that. Your heart face. Now you could just be, hey, I'm giving you some heart faces because um I don't know. I'm feeling loved and joyous, but someone else can look at it as like, oh, she's kissing those are kissy face emojis and a hand wave. Oh, you trying to catch my attention. See, that can be that can throw people off, especially if your significant other over there watching all that you do. And it's like, and and then there's different emojis you can do the light finger, you got the hearts, you got the kissy faces, you got the hugs. It's all types of emojis that you can pick from to give a like, especially Facebook. It's multiple ways you can give a like on a post. So now you might switch over from that little tappy finger over to the, hearts and giggles. And it's like, or the googly eyes. And, that person looking like, what the fuck that mean? You know? I was just looking, babe. God dang, I like the post. She said something educational. And that's when the whole argument go around. And you need to take your social media down and you need to put on social media that you in a relationship with me and put my pictures on the profile. And that's another topic at the end of the day. When it comes to relationships, do you feel some type of way if your significant other isn't posting you on social media? Now, me being me, I am a very private person. So I just threw on there I'm in a relationship um the other day, but I didn't put nobody's name on it or anything like that. And but people don't pay attention to that anyway. They still be trying to shoot. Yeah, that's just what life is. But if you feel some type of way your significant other isn't posting you on social media, y'all need to talk about that because don't let social media validate your relationship. Because how them folks that throw that shit up there don't be that happy all the time. It ain't rainbows and roses all the time. Don't let that fool you. And my thing is, forget social media. Like, enjoy your relationship and what you're doing with each other, especially if, the only time you get some type of love and support is, oh, Valentine's Day, and they don't win and bought a little cheap little something, something. And that's the only time you get any type of love. And it's, oh, look what babe did for me. It's been a great day. It's like, y'all stop the cap. You ain't over there happy. I know you in real life. I can show up to your doorstep. You lying. So anyway, let me know go off task. But so basically, yeah, we want to talk about the different types of flirting. So I hope if you agree with me, that's different types of flirting. Okay, so now, so we already went over what counts as flirting. Now, with that, because of course, and then y'all can leave some comments and everything else. If you've been a flirter, if you've been, accused of cheating from flirting and everything else, I would love to hear from you. So we're going to get into we got the definition, but what counts as flirting? Because especially for folks that just can't really recognize if someone's flirting with them or not. You never know. You're out there in the world single, and it's like, I don't know if she's just smiling because she's just friendly, or is she smiling because she like, sometimes it's hard to read body language and figure it out. And then there be times when you get it wrong. It's like, oh shit, she just was being nice. She just a happy-go-lucky person, and you come in here embarrassed. Now you can't show your face because you're like, so what's up? I can't teach you how to figure that part out. Yeah, we just have to you just got to go with it, or ask them like, hey, what's happening here? And they can tell you, hell no, I don't like you. You ain't my type. Okay then. That's right. I mean, I had it wrong. But here it goes. Here's some real life examples, like what counts as flirting. So, of course, the compliments. And then this is where I said it can get confusing because compliments could just be compliments and not really necessarily flirting. It's just trying to uplift you because I am a motivational person. So I'll go in there and say, hey, make today great again and walk off, or you smell good today. I like that haircut. And I could be lying, but I'ma say it because it puts a smile on my face. I could be like, I could go back and like she really didn't, but I had to tell her because she sure was trying to walk in and make sure we all seen that haircut. So you got to give them a girl. You rocking that? But no, I ain't like that. I'm not like that. But people are, man, especially them office folks. They be them. That's why I'm glad I don't work in a physical office anymore. I'm glad I'm working from home because people messy. People so messy. And then, you're worried about what you got to put on in the office, and it's just like a little high school drama. It's like, y'all too grown in here to be fighting and arguing in your cubby holes. Do your job and go to work. We go home. That's how I look at it. So, yeah, the you look good today, or versus you fine as hell. Now, that you look good today could just be you look nice. That's to me, it can go either way. It's not necessarily flirting. It's just like, girl, you look good today. You know, but yeah, you fine as hell now. Yeah, that's obviously I'm flirting. Yeah, you shit. Look at you. So there's just it's tone and how you say it, how it's get delivered makes a difference too. But we can still get it confused. You can say you fine as hell, but they don't want nothing else from that. They just telling you look good as goddamn hell. That's like going to a stripper club and you seeing all these fine ass folks, and yeah, you throwing money and everything else. You ain't going home with these folks. Why? That's why folk be losing relationship over nothing when somebody, let's say, I'm gonna go to the strip club and and go look at some stuff, and that's that. Now, of course, the other activity, I can't vouch for that. That's your business. But if you just go in there and just have, eat your chicken wings, get in there and get a show and go home, and then tear your partner up, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I say go with them. Shoot, we can all be throwing money and having a good time, and then, uh, yeah, you can go ahead and redo the whole scene for me at home. I sure appreciate that. Make it exciting. Y'all so bored in life. So, but what's up, y'all? Please put something in the chat if you're here. Share this out. This is Maggie T's. I am kind of one of those. I'm always not serious, so you're gonna hear anything coming out of my mouth. The more and more I do these things, especially if y'all ain't jumping on, I'm just gonna keep rambling until y'all get tired of me. So, then, of course, you got your social media behavior, like I said before, your likes, the DMs, the reactions. And it can mean absolutely nothing. Sometimes I just make stuff just to make stuff, just to have interaction on your post. Because when I seen your little naked post don't have anything, it's like, or 100, or I do something just to throw something out there. Sometimes it's googly eyes to say, hey, I'm looking. Not I'm looking at you. I'm just looking at the post. You see the difference there? So people read too much into these emojis and be so upset and mad about all of it. And then you coming up with a picture. Who it is? I don't know. I got 7,000 followers. I don't know who that is, but I like the sweater she had on. Damn it. But whatever. But that's just me. That y'all could be saying you so goddamn wrong, Maggie. You shouldn't be flirting while you in a relationship. You could be mad as hell at me right now, cussing at the screen. I don't give a fuck. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I just let everybody know. Look, it's how I show you in the end of the day. Do I do anything with that? Am I with you? Do I flirt and give you compliments as well? Okay. I make sure that you got to tap on the butt or something before you gone about your day. Okay, so you can go on to work. So your work boo ain't got nothing on me when you get there, because it's like, shoot, yeah, mine took care of me before I got here, and I ain't got to worry about a work babe in here buying you lunch and stuff like that. No, you got food at home, warm that up. That's just how I roll and operate. So so and then of course the body language, the energy, and I was just talking about the work spouse dynamics. Is it and I please leave in the chat and I'll answer for my own self too. But is that cheating if someone does buy you lunch at work? Or you go out to lunch with someone, like, hey, we go to lunch at 12, so we're both going, and it's just so happened to be your work boo that we don't know about, and you go to lunch with that person, and then you go to have lunch, you come back to work. Is that cheating? You can put it in the chat. You can put it in there. Now my thing is, as long as I am aware of, hey, I'm going to lunch, I'm gonna have lunch with some folks, co-workers, whatever. Okay, cool. Enjoy your lunch, whatever the case may be. But a lot of people ain't cool with that. It's like, nah, you go eat your lunch by yourself. You ain't gotta communicate with nobody. What are you doing? Or you probably calling me on lunch. So you ain't got time to talk to your work boo anyway. As a matter of fact, what time is your lunch? I'm coming up there. So it'd be all of that kind of stuff and everything else. So we're gonna get into the next part of this here. Okay, so we're gonna talk about if is it harmless or can it be disrespectful? So with the harmless perspective. So we're gonna breathe on this one, all right? So if it's you in here kind of heated, mad about all of this, just look for what it could be. It may not be that big a deal. So it's just the personality of a person. So me, I am naturally silly. I joke, I laugh, I smile, you know, um, like I said, I flirt for fun. To me, it's just who I naturally am. So if you get a compliment, a flirt, or whatever, I do it to everybody. That's just who my personality is, and that's sometimes that's in a lot of people. Am I personally targeting somebody that I want to be with or anything like that? Hell no. Mm-mm. Especially like these celebrities and things like that. They be throwing these little thirst traps out there anyway. So it's like, well, shit. If you taking your titties out and showing them, yeah, bloop, like, googly eyes, those look good. Put them up. I mean, that's just my personality. But that's all it's gonna be. It's just gonna be that, and be done with it. And then of course, people are just naturally friendly, and see, that's a thin line with that one, because sometimes just being friendly can be misinterpreted as flirting. Like I said earlier, this person's just always saying, hey, I see some comments. Always saying, hey, now that's not cheating to me. Thank you. Thank you. It says US M girl 42. No, that's not cheating to me. It's if there's an action behind it, then that's different. If you're in a monogamous relationship, someone buying lunch doesn't equate. I'm glad you said that because I've heard a lot of other opposites to that. Yeah, you shouldn't be. And what, like, as many as times I've gone, like when I used to work in an office, we had a group of us that would typically, sometime we'll order lunch together. Um, there used to be a restaurant, like a little Mexican spot that we used to like to go to and have some drinks, anybody that know, but it's like, hey, it's lunchtime, let's go get some Taco Tuesdays. And we'll go over there and sometimes somebody say, hey, I got you today. Or my paycheck didn't come in. Hey, friend, I ain't got $20 today. You feel like vouching me for this lunch today? Go ahead. Or happy birthday. They celebrate your birthday and, hey, we're going to treat you to something. To me, that's not cheating. That's just people being generous and nice. But now, if you go on this lunch date and then, of course, y'all want to, talk in the car and leading to other things, that's completely different. Now that's intentional. Like y'all doing other stuff together. But to me, lunch buying is not cheating. Now, if this lunch buying is intentional though. If this person, like, let's just say, you're a hard worker and you don't have time to get home and cook dinner and everything else, and then you're complaining. That's what we do. We come to work and complain about our significance to other folks that are interested in us that you don't know about, but they listening in like, oh, so yeah, you didn't get a home cooked meal today. Okay. So that person go home, cook them a little, you get oxtails and shrimp and grits and all that coming in. And it's like, damn, every time, hey, I got some biscuits and gravy. You want some? You walk it over there and, make sure that that person is fed and good. And you notice that Miss Johansson comes in every day and makes sure that you have a full meal to eat. And sit there and hey, it's delicious. You having a, would you like anything else? Now, you might want to question that one. Like, they might be trying to throw you something out there, just to let you know that, hey, I want to make sure you ate today. Now, that's when it becomes the work boo, and y'all kikiing and giggling. And then you can't kiki and giggle at the Christmas party when you're significant now, and that y'all looking at each other like, who are that? Is that I'm just saying. Flirting boosts confidence, but means nothing. And that's what it is for me. I just do it because I like to put a smile on people's faces, and I like to see that little turn. Oh, thank you. When you give them a little compliment, they just feeling themselves. It's just a whole different walkie. You do that, because that person might have had a down day. They don't get that too often, and they made the effort to, put on some perfume, throw on a little lip gloss, um, put on a different blouse because they thought they looked good. They lost about 10 pounds and they feeling good about themselves. Um, so you coming back up and saying, flirting like, girl, them legs, girl. And she's looking like, she look back at it, thanks. That's just boosting their confidence, and they're gonna tell their friends about it. Girl, somebody told me my legs look good. They do, and then next everybody complimented, and uh, so there's different ways that you can take this, but not all of it is all the time cheating. But I like what you're saying. You say, yes, if you're in a monogamous relationship and the lunch buying starts leading to fucking or lunch, then yeah, the line has been crossed. But just the act of buying, bringing lunch isn't cheating to me. I'm glad you said that though. Like I said, I don't see a lot of those type of responses though. A lot of them like, hell no, it's cheating. And as many a times people don't just throw me $20. Here's some lunch on me. Thanks. Shoot. Especially, you just having a bad day. Somebody just thought about you. I have friends like that that's just like, hey, we're gonna take you out because we ain't seen you in a while. That's the type of friendships I like. And I'm not sleeping with none of them. We're just great friends. We're cool. We got to get out of this insecurity and understand that there is platonic friendships that you can have with people. Um, and to me, it's healthy when the boundaries are there. And then of course, no intent to cheat. That's it. I have nothing else from it. It says it's if it's harmless, why hide? But the question will be, yeah. Now, if you're flirting and you feel like there, it's nothing, but you're hiding that you're doing it. Oh, gee, what? Let me get him up in here. But you're hiding that you're doing it. Now, to me, it seems like it might be a little bit more intentional than we're thinking it is. Oh, gee,
Great morning. Great morning. What's going on?
great morning. This is my the drop off where I ramble for a couple of hours.
Oh,
um
okay.
and we're talking about just and I'm glad because, get a male perspective once again. Um the question of the hour is, flirting while taken. Is it harmless or is it disrespectful? And we was getting kind of into the harmless part of it. Just it's just your personality. I'm naturally friendly. Flirting boosts confidence. But I want to get into the disrespectful perspective, and then I want to hear your take on it. Do you have some time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the disrespectful perspective is emotional cheating starts with small behaviors. So it's a little different than, like I said, Miss Johansson decided that she gonna make sure that he got some shrimps and biscuits coming into work every day, and make sure you eat because she know that woman at home ain't cooking no kind of meals. So she makes sure she's smelling good, looking good, and that plate is hot and ready when she get there. And she like, hey, I don't brought you some lunch today. She come back, check in. Was the shrimp good? Did you have a
Okay.
good day? How's home life? So intentional, she's the small behavior because no, now you're accepting the lunch, and it's like now you're complimenting her, and it's like, yeah, I think um I like what you got on, and then next thing you know, y'all lightly flirting, and well, hey, let's take this outside of work sometime, and I like to have a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm. I got
Public versus private respect. So that's another. So in person, let's say you out with your significant other and you see that coworker, your work boo there, and in public, you just keep it moving. Hey, what's going on? And you walk on off.
you. Mm-hmm.
But she looking like, oh, I know that's your friend. And you just walk on off. No, no, no. We just saying hey, bye. We're gonna go on by our business, and then at you come back to it like, oh yeah, I saw you. Yes, you flirting with your work boo and telling, oh yeah, that I like what you had on yesterday. I was gonna say something, but my lady was standing right next to me. That's when
Uh,
you're not being respectful in private. Embarrassment factor if your partner sees it. So you're doing it in front of them, and and my thing is there's a difference though. Let's say you at lunch and it's both of y'all, and the waitress comes up and you whatever, you might say something just to get an extra drink or something, and hi hi hi, and she looking at you keep keying a little too much.
you
Is that
know,
embarrassing or it's just like she's tripping? You know what I'm saying? And then of course intent versus impact. So is flirting a gateway to something deeper? So I'm gonna open it up to you. Is flirting a gateway to something more?
absolutely. I
Okay.
mean, you're not being realistic if you say it's not. I mean, because flirting leads to flirting leads to another F word. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
me being honest and frank. I worked at the post office and I saw a lot of relationships form before my very eyes at the post office. And do you know, Sister Maggie, the vast majority of the people that formed relationships already had relationships at home, whether they were, shacking with somebody, baby mama, baby daddy type of shit. Um, or even married. So flirting leads to all of that. Just being realistic. There's nothing wrong with complimenting.
Mhm.
Absolutely not. Because what you don't want to do is overthink stuff. Some people just get to overthinking.
Yeah.
But if you do anything that cause any type of disruption to your home life or the person who you're flirting with home life,
Mhm.
then that's when it becomes disrespectful. Um, that disrespect, the respect versus disrespect thing is kind of a fine line. I mean,
Right.
because it's all about how you view it. You may view your significant other being a little bit too nice and disrespectful, but your significant other might be like, bruh, you really overthinking this, and that's a real delicate subject because
Mhm.
you don't want to disregard somebody's feelings or emotions because then if you disregard the feelings or emotions, then you wind up having a damn situation like what happened in Miami, Florida,
Right.
back with a certain football player for the Atlanta Falcons about right at a month ago. You don't want that type of action to be taking place when a person feels like that they hurt feelings can be some of the most dangerous stuff on the planet because a person
Mhm.
whose feelings been fractured. I'm talking about that kind of way fractured. I ain't talking about just basic and simple arguments and disagreement. But when you fracture a person's feelings like that, now you got to bring the ego in, bring the egos into it. You know what I mean? Now, how dare he play me like that, or how dare she play me like that? Oh, you
And
did that to me.
especially when they're doing it and they know you're watching. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna really, really get under your skin now and openly flirt and do things because you're paying attention as well. Cause shoot, I mean, let's just keep it real. Both parties can be just as petty. I don't put it on one person. I don't put it on them.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
it can be definitely intentional to piss you off.
I've had what I do is I play depending on the situation, I just play damage control. Meaning,
Mhm.
um, if I'm talking to a person and deep down inside, I know I got, a feeling or two. I try to curb or curtail that feeling to the best of my ability.
Mhm.
I may just watch how I deal with the person and see if I can handle dealing with the person. All right. But if that person is not curtailing their feelings, it's going to be hard for me to curtail mine. The next thing you know, I think you kind of know where I'm going with this. I mean, you just do all you can to try to do damage control where it won't, where the words disrespect or disrespectful won't come in. Then there are just situations where God just said, make your next move your best move and be careful with that move.
Mhm.
I hope I wasn't all over the place, but I'm trying to
Oh
make a
no, you're
little.
good.
I'm
I'm gonna
making
say
a,
this show. We're just look
yeah, just
talk.
trying to make a little sense of it.
Yeah.
Just trying
Mhm.
to make a little sense of it because flirting is natural. A doctor would tell you that. All
Mhm.
right, I know I got a flirtatious spirit with me.
I
With
do.
I mean, a big time, but I keep I, I I keep it harmless as long as I try to keep it harmless. I mean, but you can't deny is physical attraction too thick to say right now. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
and you try to manage it to the best of your ability, and hopefully,
Mhm.
um, everything turns out all right. But there are situations where you know it kind of your cup may runneth over, and their cup may runneth over, and now you got amazing chemistry that you got to
Ooh.
try to fight your way through.
Mhm.
You know, y'all ain't touched each other yet, but you
It's
know
there.
it's there. So
Mhm.
you got to try to manage it to the best of your ability, and hopefully it just stay. Well, hopefully for somebody it may stay as flirting. Well, hopefully for your significant other,
That
or
it don't go any further.
yeah, I mean, but that's you just gotta. It's a fine line between being realistic and
Mhm.
being real dumb.
Yeah.
So but again, but no, I'm gonna say, but I mean, flirting is healthy. It's healthy until it becomes a problem. And then when it becomes a problem, then that's when it's disrespectful. I mean, and I'm speaking to those who are already in situations,
Mhm.
that you whether you married, just dating, just bumping and grinding,
Mhm.
exclusive dating.
Yeah.
Um, as long as the two adults have had, if you got any type of agreement with a person, and you know what you would do in front of that person and what you would do when that person's not around. And if you think that you won't do it when that person's not around, then it's probably flirting. Uh, me. Listen, I use the word sugar, honey, baby, love. I do that a lot. I do that with women.
Well, lots of other people do,
I
definitely.
do that with women, and I'm unapologetic for it. And if me calling you baby, hun, sugar pie, whatever. If that kind of tingles you a little bit, that ain't me trying to tingle you. That's just your loins being tingled. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Right. You just was just, "Hey,
I'm being,
oh,
I'm
that's
being,
just your way of that's how
yeah,
you speak,
yeah, I'm
basically."
being me.
Yeah.
I'm being me, and I expect you to be you.
Mhm.
But if you got two strong-minded adults, two adults can adult their way
Yeah.
through any situation.
Okay. Okay.
I,
So, I do have some rapid fire questions for you, and I was hoping that we had some more lady participation, but that's okay.
okay, go
Um,
ahead.
but, I'm gonna answer it based, on my answer, but, of course, mine is a little bit more I'm a bit more neutral to things. So it's like I need somebody that, fully say I'm against flirting altogether and everything else. So, but if you guys or if you are in here, you can yes or no, that'll be great if that's all you can do. I know some people at work. But first rapid fire question is dancing with someone else flirting?
Oh hell no! I mean, I think sometimes. Okay, then you got to ask a then you got to ask a second question to that, or maybe a third question.
Mhm.
Like, if we had a wedding, and um, I go dance with the bride,
No, right.
and we over there dancing to set it off.
Yeah. Right.
But if we had a wedding and I go dance with the bride, and 1992 R. Kelly is on,
That might not be appropriate.
that might not be appropriate, because it's gonna have to be some type of closeness.
Right.
So it all depends on how it is.
How you dance with that person.
If you know Sexy Red come on, talking about get it sexy, and you know you know, you dig what I'm saying, and she doing the booty shake, and you out there supplementing her booty shake
I love this. I love this.
in front of the groom, which is probably your partner. You know what I mean? And his mama, and his daddy, the groom, gonna be like, "Hey, bro, let me holler at you, bro. What was that about?" And you like, "Bro, I was just dancing." Now you getting dropped. You getting
Fill the
dropped.
room. Fill the
I'm getting
room.
yeah. I'm getting dropped in the back in the bathroom at my partner's wedding because he couldn't control his
His emotions about you getting it sexy with his wife.
or couldn't control his new wife
Mm.
because
Mm.
when I say control, sisters, any of y'all sisters out there, don't overthink when I say control. They ain't in control. How you come up? Ain't none of that happen. No, no. It's okay to be respectfully under control,
Hmm.
males and female. Male and female. It's okay to be respectfully under control. It ain't about somebody trying to control you, you know. So, but that's what. But that you know what I mean. So it all depends on what type dancing it is. It is. But for the most part, if you're listening to music, 9 times out of 10, when people are listening to music, they gonna either bob in their head some kind of way. Some people get up and what the old heads say, shake a leg a little bit. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a dancer. I've danced, but I couldn't dance a lick. But I just dance. You know, I'm old school now. So you know, when I get up, my dancing is bobbing my head and moving side to side a little bit. Make sure
Shuffling and yeah, go.
just make just not looking too old. I'm trying not to look too old. You know what I mean? When I'm dancing. So, they be like, "Oh, look at this old head here." He back there doing the peanut
But I
butter.
get you what you're saying. So we had the
Yeah.
scenario of the wedding, but let's just say, yeah, you had a function or something,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's celebrating my 50th or something, something like that. And, everybody coming together. And of course, you already know it's couples in there and, friends that been together a long time and single ass folks. And y'all just have a good connection and things like that. And then, yeah, you don't feel like getting up and dancing. And then your significant other get up there because she just like to be in everybody's
Morning.
face. And, uh,
Morning.
but the type of dancing and but so if you seen her grind on one of your partners, and everybody, the liquor was kind of liquoring, so it's one of those type of parties. It's like, look now, we drinking, we smoking, we all feeling look good over here. So sometimes, I call those, parties that are, fun and everybody understands that
Sound like a true party.
you get what I'm saying. So sometimes there are those type of parties, but you go into those type of parties already expecting it, like, yeah, we drinking a little bit, so might be a little bit of flirting going
That's
on.
that's why I
And
said sound like a true party. For any of y'all out there that have not been fortunate enough to come to a truth party, whenever truth parties, uh, truth parties. So uh, at truth parties, everybody. I always say we in a no judgment zone. Meaning, when I say no judgment, meaning if it's a bit too much for your liking,
mhm,
you
that ain't the party for you.
have the option to remove yourself. But ain't nothing disrespectful going on. It's just everybody there having a good time.
Yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
said, the bartenders being real generous.
Yeah, the
Uh, uh,
music, they don't throw
yeah,
on some some somebody knock, everybody, oh snap, rocking our boots, and
yeah,
somebody,
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, no, you get what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
So the
uh,
vibe is
uh,
for
like
sexy dancing.
I'm gonna watch
And
how I dance to certain songs. Like if Silk come on there talking about
right,
tonight, baby, I'm gonna get freaky with you.
yeah.
Um, if it's a woman in there that I plan on, hold on.
Plan on taking
Walk it
home.
back. Walk it back. Walk it back, Truth. Walk it back. If it's a woman in there that part of me would mind um, being having a little chemistry with,
Hmm.
I'm gonna stay away from dancing on knocking the boots by H Town or getting
Right.
freaky
While
with
your
you guys.
significant other,
With
yeah,
silk.
right.
If a significant other is around, whether it's mine or hers, that's why I alluded to the two word phrase damage control. Hey, control the damage. If you know your actions or movements may kind of, even though they may be innocent,
Hmm.
may may shake, rattle, and roll somebody while rock the boat.
I get what you're
Uh,
saying.
wh-
It
yeah,
mm,
or why do it if it's unnecessary?
yeah,
Why do it? Um,
yeah.
but so
I mean, and then of
it's
course there's also
that's a gray
different
area there. The
and the
dancing
and,
part, like,
hmm
that's a gray area because I mean, if you know if you well with me, I can't find a PHUCK that kind of fuck to give. I can't because I'm single, and I let anybody know. You might not want to hang with Truth all night because I'm single and always ready to mingle, but I
right.
keep it respectful.
Hmm.
I'm a respectful. My cousin, you so full of cuz my cousin laughing at me, but don't make me put you on blast, cuz I love you. I love you. I love you so dearly, but don't make me put you on blast because this the right show to be on to get put on blast. Oh,
So, and my thing is also
yeah,
there is like appropriate dancing, even if silk is coming on, long as you ain't trying to make
yeah,
babies
yeah,
out there
yeah. You can
and
keep it. You can keep it respectful. You
you
can
can
keep it
keep it a little
respectful.
PG and just like, oh,
Like,
okay.
I take my partner on lay down out on the floor on silk, and I'd be like, don't be doing all that damn grinding. You hear me?
Right.
And, I might say something like that just to lighten the mood a little bit. We ain't gonna be
Mhm.
doing all that grinding now.
Right. Right. And I
But
and I say I like that.
yeah,
So
so but
the next rapid fire question is, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's two more after this one, but it's texting good morning. And now these are not my questions. These are just questions I pulled up just for fun. But is texting good morning flirting?
damage control. That's the damage control thing. Uh, you take somebody good morning, that mean they on your mind, and they on your mind some kind of way. Um, it could be just in the Maggie T truth way. Maggie T and truth, we text each other good morning,
Because you
but
ain't
Maggie
heard
T,
from me. Like, I ain't heard from you.
but
Thought about you.
no, I ain't talking about that. I ain't heard from you text. I'm
Oh,
talking about the consistent text.
right.
Maggie T and Truth get texting each other consistently. Good morning, Maggie T and Truth, two players out here. Uh, Maggie T and Truth gonna wind up bumping the grind in some kind of way. So that's just so like I'm just giving an example. Just giving an example. So everybody out there, the Truth is giving an example, all right? Because I don't need my inbox to be filling up or nor Maggie T's
Right.
because Maggie know me, y'all. Maggie know what's gonna be my response. Get off my blinkety blank phone with that mess. So, but no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that unless the person that you're texting with.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do that.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend doing that. I wouldn't recommend doing that because it can be completely harmless, but
Hmm.
it can lead to
Okay.
you know
Okay. I get it.
that's damage control.
So is texting good morning flirting? I guess
Yes,
depending on
I say yes. As a man, I say yes.
okay, okay. You know, but then of course you got and then well for one thing, men just I just feel like men don't really do the good morning text unless it is intentional and I feel is that I mean, is that can I am I right about that? Like you're not just gonna text your homeboy good morning,
It
you
depends
know.
on it depends on it depends on the motives. You dig what I'm saying? It depends on the motives of the person. And cuz I'm telling you, cuz I'm about to put you on blast. You hear me?
Where is cuz at? What you got to say, cuz?
Uh, I ain't gonna do cuz like that. I ain't gonna do cuz like that. But she my baby cousin. Don't put it to you like that. She my baby cousin. So hey, look at here. And hey, she the she the she's the quintessential. She's the classic example of work hard, play hard,
Okay.
and hey, I respect her for it. So
Okay.
So but that's about as far as I'm gonna go because she's the sweetest person ever. But she nasty as hell, and I always tell her that, cause you nasty as hell. But now, at any rate, it, that's a major gray area. That's a major gray area. Like you gotta be careful with that. Uh, that's why I try to say great morning all the time. Great morning comes across
A little
a
different.
less offensive than good morning or good morning big head. That's the new thing, huh? Good morning big head. Yeah,
That part that's intentional. If I say good
Yeah,
morning, gorgeous, good morning, good looking, that's
yeah.
intention.
So, but again, I will go back. A doctor would tell
Queen.
you. A doctor would tell you that's that. When I say a doctor, somebody who get paid to talk about this type shit, will tell you that flirting is healthy until it becomes disrespectful.
And
Whether
the
with
way
it,
you, Miss Lady, saying texting good morning, would it be considered flirting to me? No. And that's me. I am more of a I check in on people when I realize because I'm a bad communicator when it comes to my friends and they know it. Uh, Mr. OG knows it. I don't
awful,
I
terrible,
very often. I don't
terrible.
call nobody. I don't. I look. Y'all see me on social media and like, oh yeah, she's still alive. She's still kicking it. And it don't be nothing personal. I just be having shit to do. And so I'll be like, oh
No,
hey,
she bougie as hell, y'all. She bougie.
I ain't.
She bougie and
I'll just say hey.
sedated.
I'm like, hey, just thinking about you because I'm feeling guilty that I ain't replied to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
So
she
I'll
bougie and
say good
sedated, y'all.
morning and stuff
I
because
walk past her in the club. I'd be like, "Hey, Maggie, how are you? What do you want, Chauncey?" Now I'm Chauncey. I ain't true. What do you want, Chauncey?
but
I just came
me
by to say hey. Just came
but
by to say
it's
hey.
me saying hello and good morning to you. Uh, yeah, you. Oh my God, see, I never thought of good morning as flirting. It's just good morning to me. How you doing? See, people calling me out here talking about, yeah, I'm terrible. I am. I mean, at least the
Everybody know
first
you.
step is admitting to it.
Yeah. Don't even try to argue that. No, don't even try to argue that
I
because
don't argue that.
don't go in the courtroom. Please don't go in the courtroom and argue that. You get the needle. You get the needle.
Look, I'm not denying it. I know I'm terrible at it, and folks be like, oh my God, you just yeah.
That's okay.
That's why I
Guess
say
what?
call me because
You my female opposite because so am I. Um, I really I talk to the fellas in the chat
Mhm,
more than I talk to anybody. Shout out to everybody, Mad Mike,
mhm,
K Styles, my cousin Warren.
mhm.
Still prayers to my cousin Warren. He just lost his daddy. Um, OG Big Sam. Shout out to Sam. Sam's wife just had a medical emergency, but she's back
Mhm.
home. Big Aunt Jaden and the crew. That's what I talk to the most. And
Yeah.
and Don. That's what I like. Like my own mama be like, you got some 74 and 80-year-old parents down here in Fairman if you really care about us. All right, y'all. I'm coming down now. So my communication skills is kind of terrible,
Be
but
honest.
I'm here. I'm everybody know how to find me. Everybody know
Right.
how to find me if they
You and
really
them
look.
girl. You know how to find me. You know where I'm at and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, y'all. I can go to Maggie house whenever I want to. The truth can.
there you go.
Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. I knock
And
on the
the
door and said, "Let's drink one, or let's partake in some, you know, in something the plug bring by." I can
right,
do that.
right.
You may not be able to do that with Maggie T, but the truth can.
And my next one is having a work bay Disrespectful.
to the 25th power because that work bay turns into a
Yeah.
PHUCK bay, and
Right.
that just call it
Right.
for what it is. Like husband and wives, they joke with each other about you know yeah. Did your work husband get you something? Get you something for Valentine's Day? Just on some fun type stuff. And if you get mad off that, then you don't need to be just joking or nothing like that. You got to loosen up a little bit. I say crazy stuff like, well, make sure you rinse it out before you come back home. And see,
Oh,
that's my way of bringing or loosening up the situation a little bit and let you know that I ain't one of them old wild and crazy, uh,
yeah.
insecure. The word insecure is can
Hmm.
go a whole lot, can go a long way. If the word insecure enters the chat in any kind of way, you got to minimize flirting. When
Right.
if you're in a situation, I use the word situation with somebody because the situation can range from this all the way to that. If you anywhere between this and that
That with somebody.
with somebody, you
Hmm.
gonna have to manage how you move with somebody else.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you give a shit, if you don't, then make your next move your best move, and just as long as your move is not no dangerous move, if that kind of makes sense. So, like I say,
My tolerance with people is very slim when it comes to things. So I'm not gonna have a work nothing. Because the person I'm probably with is taking up my time anyway. Like you want to talk to me on lunch, you want to talk to me after lunch, you want to see me here and there and everywhere. And I only have the patience of a little bit. So if you even got to that point with me, you're doing something because typically I like to be single and mingle and not have
if
to worry about nobody out here. But
with your sedity ass. But anyway, no, I'll just be, I'll just, I'm
so
messing
no,
with you.
work bay, is it disrespectful?
I mean,
It's
look at
definitely
what you calling
borderline
it.
crossing work
Look at
bay,
what you
right?
call it. You call it work bay. I mean,
Right. That's
like, you don't have a long day. You come home,
Mhm,
long day, a condescending ass boss, aggravating ass coworker.
mhm.
On the way home, somebody cut you off, and you damn near have an accident. And then you're fighting with yourself because you got to use the bathroom, and you don't want to use the bathroom nowhere but at your house. And then you get in the house, and your significant other talking about his work, babe. You might have a spaz out moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that that qualifies on reading the room. When I said read the room, if I walk in a spot, or if I go somewhere near a person that I'm between this and that with, um, I'm a bye. How you day go? Everything all right? You ain't talking, so I'm on your mind. You want to speak on it? If you don't want to speak on it, cool. If you do, I'm just checking to see what's going on. I ain't gonna come in there with that playing shit. Talking about, yeah, me and my work mate, we went to Benny Hunters, but it was completely harmless. Yeah, we went to
Me, I
Cheesecake
just
Factory.
I just
So
said me personally, it's you're a thin line with that. I say a no against it. You don't need to work, boo. Because secretly that person is like waiting on partner and them to mess up. Then it's like, oh yeah, I got you now. Because you don't because the work boo is the person you vent to. Oh man, this will happen, and I ain't getting this. And then of course on Valentine's Day, because you didn't get that big heart and rose. Oh, work boo gonna bring in that heart and rose, and you got to bring that shit home. And significant, like you said, significant other looking like where that come from? What you doing? So I
well,
say no,
well, let
no.
me say something. Let me say something. Do you mind if I say something to that?
Go ahead.
Grown folks. I'm talking to grown folks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let something like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day
Mm-hmm.
cause you to be single.
Yeah.
Here's what I mean. I don't really believe in Valentine's Day like that because I firmly believe that Valentine's Day ain't nothing but a day, but a day for the dude who been effing up all year. He tried to make up for it in one day. That's just how that's my brain been trained to think that. Like you just really, I call it the biggest trick off there. Yeah, boy, I be pissing my partners off with that, But listen, if you like it, to each his own, but don't let it be the cause of you breaking up with somebody because uh, if you everybody look at you, Maggie. Everybody know you eye candy, and you dealing with somebody, and you come home and you got 3 dozen of roses. I'm gonna be like shit. Don't put them in a pot over there,
Put
baby.
them in the put them in the bowl. Put some.
Put them in a pot over there. You ain't gonna ask me who brought. No, I ain't. I mean, if I had to look at you every day on my job, I probably would bring you some roses too. You ain't mad? Nah, cause hell, to save me some money. Eh, I mean, not everybody has the strength to think like me on that. Now, I may jokingly ask, uh, y'all didn't go to a back room somewhere and you didn't reward him for this, did you? And but I don't know. I ain't never been that type of person. So I try not to overthink shit.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you know that
I ain't gonna
that
let.
comes with a person that's naturally flirty anyway, and I'm the same. It's like I
Yeah,
don't really take a lot
I
serious,
know. Uh-uh.
I mean,
Cause
honestly, I'd be like, look, shoot, you got a compliment, good, good.
like,
If
cause that's a
someone told
couple.
you you looking good, that means I'm I'm happy over here. Like, heck yeah, you look good.
Now, realistically speaking, the average
Realistically, yeah,
significant other ain't gonna like that. And
right.
if you don't like that, that's cool. That's cool. It's just that I'm not gonna overthink no damn Valentine's Day. I'm not finna sit up here and throw away everything we build because my 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 sexy ass wife got some roses on Valentine's Day from another man. Oh, woman.
Well,
I'm
it's more of a. And I'm gonna get to these comments. It's more of a woman thing anyway, though. I don't think fellas. Well, then again, let me not say that because some men they be in they feeling about stuff too. But you a different type of man. So I guess it's situational here, but a lot of time it's more women that make a bigger deal about Valentine's Day or not. Because they want to show off to their
oh,
coworkers or show off
God
to
Almighty.
folks, and like I
God
said, if
Almighty.
that's the only time your significant show you any type of love and all that,
That's an
those people
issue.
are the ones that's gonna make a big damn deal about it. And it's like,
Yeah, that's
we
an
know what
issue.
you're doing. Yeah, that's now that's some y'all need to work on. And USM girl said it can lead to a disrespectful situation for couples who are both monogamous and non-monogamous. If you're not honest about the work bay, exactly, it's the person you vent to. I might have to hop on. Oh, you want to hop on? um, there was this situation at work with someone, and her husband went crazy over a gift someone got her. It's so I'm saying. So some fellas they do get in their feelings about something that somebody got, but also we don't know what that conversation at home is and
Oh, there you go.
what they've
If,
learned about that person that's giving that gift too.
if brothers, if y'all crashing out over something like that, there's some issues going on at home 9 times out of
Hmm.
10.
Hmm.
Because if you solid with if you and your partner y'all solid with each other like that, that's little boy and little girl conversation talking about
Hmm.
some damn roses on Valentine's Day, like because you got some people to get to just overthinking it, like to the point of, did you leave yourself open for them to buy you some roses? No, I just come to work every day,
Right.
and and on this day, on the 14th day of this month, he decided to give me some roses. Okay, All right, okay, let's go to bed. I mean, so I mean, I ain't fitting. It's just certain things that I have been
No energy for. It's just
rehearsed. Life situations done rehearsed me on how to act or react to certain situations. I'm not finna bust my brain trying to figure out who the hell or why my girl or wife is getting some roses because once I go to busting my brain on that, I'm opening my brain up for all other kind of stuff.
hmm
You know, y'all seeing each other like that? Okay, I also know you. Okay, now you getting offended, defensive, because you thinking, well, if you accusing me, what you doing? You see how them conversations go?
right.
Them conversations go like that. Do that conversation sound familiar any kind of way?
It does.
Just yeah. I mean, so that's that goes back to damage control. Like if I press her about these roses, I don't went out here and I don't pay for these tickets to the Anita Baker concert, and I'm trying to have a happy ending tonight, and I ain't gonna have no damn happy ending tonight if I piss her off on why Johnny the mailroom boy gave her some damn roses. Now we going to Anita Baker. We had speaking to each other. We damn near letting somebody about to sit in between us because we got an attitude at each other. Get home, she be like,
Right.
"Oh no, bro,
Right.
no, no." Holler at you, go take a cold shower. No, I'm not finna ruin my happy ending to piss her off to want to have a happy ending with somebody else. If that makes sense.
But you're right though. It's and I'm gonna say this because this is our last thoughts here. It's honestly flirting isn't a one size fit all thing, and then of course it just depends on what
Ooh, you
your
nasty.
your
You nasty. You nasty as hell,
it
Maggie.
depends on what your partner define how they define flirting, what flirting means to them. And that's when you have that conversation and stuff, and you get to know your partner, and it's like your person is a natural flirt and things like that. You ask questions and things, and you get clarification about it. I mean, if you are secure yourself and it's nothing else that leads from it, then okay. But
I
like I
treat
said,
women. I treat women like women. So I'm gonna say,
mm-hmm,
baby, honey,
mm-hmm,
sugar,
mm-hmm.
sweetie. Look. Everybody know, and I don't give a damn who get mad that Maggie T my sweetie pie. Yeah, your sweetie pie. Yeah, that's my sweetie pie. Y'all don't bother my damn sweetie pie. Hey, that what it is. But that's how I talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I talk. And I know Maggie love when I call her my sweetie pie. So damn what everybody else think. But now at the end of the day, man, you just got, like I said, you got to play damage control.
Right,
You got to play damage control. You just got you know what's right deep down inside what's right and what's not right.
right.
So just move them out the way, girl.
And
Yeah,
it
just
says that communication defines boundaries. So, if you're gonna get out there
absolutely.
and flirt, you gotta have your boundaries there though. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you just
absolutely.
flirt and walk away. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
And
It,
keep
it,
it moving. And then sometimes it's a what I do sometimes. If somebody flirts with me, I go home and tell my partner, like, yeah, somebody said I look cute today in my or something. They was like, ah, and they be like, and you do, and we go about business because that person is not insecure, and it's like, yeah, I don't. Okay, well, cute. I'm glad they gave you that compliment. You smiled today, and then respect should always be clear, not assumed. So if you flirting with somebody and they tell you, "Hey, I don't like all that," then
you
pull
back
back,
off.
respect
Just
that
back off.
situation.
Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to discuss. Ain't nothing to try to reason with.
Right.
If if what you say to a person makes them feel uncomfortable, then you should
Mhm.
immediately become the same kind of way uncomfortable. And don't get in your feelings and catch attitude. You just know not to travel that road. Not to travel that road no more. I mean, you know, It's all about respect. That's it. It's all about respect. Long as the respect is there,
Mm-hmm.
proceed with your day. Life too short. Everybody, it's too many. Listen, some of us got more days behind us than we do in front of us. With me, I always tell everybody I'm equal. I got just as many days behind as I do if I'm trying to live. So if I'm 57 now, I'm trying to live another 57 more years. But I get that. But um, this is a great topic. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with flirting. There's nothing wrong with flirting as long as there are boundaries. I think
Mm-hmm.
somebody said that in the chat. As long as there are boundaries, and you keep an open line of communications. If you're in a situation with somebody, if you single and mangling, you don't have you don't owe nobody jack shit
Right.
when it comes to flirting. Like,
Right.
I'm not finna sit up here and have no long drawn out conversation on why the hell I'm flirting when I'm single.
When
No,
I'm single.
no, I'm not finna do
Your
that. Yeah,
wife should have been over there looking available, and I wouldn't have
yeah,
came up
yeah.
there and said, "Hey," to
Hey,
you.
bro, you
So my
bro, you
bad.
coming,
You should have
bro,
said,
you
"Hey,
coming to
I'm
holler
not."
at you coming to holler at me now. I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. You coming to holler at me about me flirting with your wife? Why you think I'm flirting with your wife?
Mm. Oh, oh.
But
On
wouldn't
that
it
note,
make sense? Wouldn't it make sense? Which because I ain't finna flirt with no wife. I don't do the married shit. I don't. Excuse my French, my Spanish word. I don't do that. I don't. I have I done it in the past? Yes, and I felt
bad.
extremely bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like extremely bad. I'm like, I just sinned. I just did the ultimate sin, and don't do that, y'all, because that person started acting real different towards
Oh.
her husband.
Mm.
Um, and it almost became volatile. And you know who helped their marriage?
You.
Take a wild guess who helped it.
You.
I said, look, you going about this the exact wrong way. You giving yourself away that you have been or on the way to being uh um the infidelity. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, if you know you've been down that road, the wrong thing to do is to act different. Because once you start acting different, he or she is gonna pick up on it, and it can go, it can go way left. So, uh, when I did that, I like, nah, never again,
Yeah.
never again. I'm not doing it. Uh, it's because of the world that we live in, Maggie T. There are plenty of opportunities out here for people such as myself if I choose to, you know, remarry and try to live. A lot of people just need to have a companion.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Not with me. I'm, I'm
You
very
good.
good.
You
I'm
good.
very, I'm very good. And if that happens, I'm all right. Cool. I mean, cool. I mean, the average person, nobody wants to be. That's the difference between lonely and being alone. If that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you could be alone but not be lonely.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know,
That's true.
and you could be with somebody.
And be lonely.
How about that?
And that was my marriage. I was with somebody and lonely. That's why I'm divorced now. So, on that note, Mr. Chauncey, let's go ahead and get our last thoughts and let everybody know where to find you. It was a great conversation. Thank you for joining me today. I got to get back to work and do some real work in a minute.
Them folks ought to fire the hell out you. I know
They
good damn well
should.
you ain't at no damn work.
Well, that's why it's under Candid Room. You don't know what Candid Room is. You can't find me on social media under, I mean, well, you can't, but if you really looking that hard, you wanted to find it. But typically, yeah, I
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
discreetly put this out here like this because you ain't gonna find me doing this, okay? Unless someone tells, but I don't put my podcast
Be
stuff out there
hey,
anyway in
be
the
invisible.
work
Listen, be invisible when you have to be invisible.
world.
It
Yep.
makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Chauncey, let us know how to find you and what's upcoming for you.
All right, look at here. For the other y'all who don't know, I'm OG Truth with a two. Hurts with a Z. You can find me on OG Truth with a two TV. Hey, it's the drive for five. I'm trying to go, boy, trying to get monetized. Y'all help me out, man. I'm right here on the pole house, man.
I'm
Y'all
doing the
help me
same.
out.
That's why
I
I'm
ain't
over
too
here
proud to
doing shows
beg.
every morning now. I'm trying to get monetized, trying to get
Yeah.
some money. Y'all
I do.
subscribe,
I
please.
do 2 weekly watch parties for wrestling. Monday
Mhm.
night Raw, which comes on Netflix. Friday night SmackDown, which comes on USA. I will do once a week. I will do a State of the Truth address. I call it the State of the Truth address, where I get on there, and that's when a lot of people love my State of the Truth address because I talk about real life stuff. It don't always be about sports.
Okay.
Um, and I jump on with the fellas. We all try to help each other out. OG Big Sam goes every day at 5 o'clock. And and if you ain't never been on OG Big Sam podcast, just know you're in for one, especially if he talking about Lamar Jackson. I be with when Mike them do their shows with the heavy hitters. I'm with them on Wednesday night, Monday nights and Wednesday nights. I be with K Styles on the 6 man combo, and look at here. Contrary to popular belief, I do play away games. So if somebody want me to come on their podcast and chop it up and talk about whatever you want to talk about it, I'm gonna swap spit and talk shit with you. That's what I do. I try not to get too. Ugh, you know how I am, and I try
Mhm.
not to get too how I am. But y'all check me out, man. OG Truth with a two TV. Um,
Thank you.
shame
Thank
on
you.
you. Shame on you if you miss me. I mean, because I'm the realest of keeping it real now, and sometimes my keep it real get me in hot water. Like I've been suspended. Mike done suspended me 7 times already in this calendar
Lord have
year.
mercy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Dang, it's not even in
yeah,
April yet. Damn.
yeah. I done got suspended. I'm on 7 times, and so I'm assuming I probably my record for a year. I got suspended 9 times last year, so I'm gonna probably shatter this record. I stay in trouble. I stay in trouble, y'all. But it's a good trouble.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, OG. And of course, you already know where to find me. I'm your girl, Miss Maggie T Productions. I'm all over social media. Wherever you can find me, just type in Maggie T Productions. If you guys want to
Her
be a
arse
guest
is
on the
everywhere.
show,
She
yeah,
everywhere.
right. And if you want to email me and be a part of the show, upcoming future. Now I do have evening shows too. I just do this morning stuff because I'm just I'm back at work now. So the way
How?
my mind's set up, I be doing too much. So yeah,
Picture
I'm doing
that.
a show at work. Right,
Picture
right. And
where your supervisor at? Where your supervisor?
my supervisor ain't worried about me. I'm finna go
Okay.
get in this meeting and show my
I,
face like
I
I've
need to
been
get out
here.
your business, though. I need to get out your
Yeah,
business.
yeah. So I'm
Uh,
gonna do some real work now. But if you guys want to be a part of, the panel and you want to join in on this conversation, you definitely can join me. Email me at maggietproductions@gmail.com. Find me on Ladybirds of AFN on Atlanta Falcons Nation. And of course, I'm an event planner. I'll be out in the streets making it rain. As well as I'm an
Your
event
nasty
planner.
ass.
So
See what I'm
if
saying? You
you
nasty.
wanna if
You
you need
nasty,
a
Maggie.
host
You
anything, look,
you nasty. You
I'm the
nasty.
girl.
You nasty. Talking about making it rain. You nasty.
Making it rain, man. Making it rain. But on that note, yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in to me. I might do this again tomorrow. But no, actually, no, I gotta take my girls to the doctor. So uh we'll see. All right, then. Go back and watch some of these episodes and previous episodes too. And please share this out so I can get monetized over here. Or if you feeling froggy, even though I got the wrong Cash App up there, but I got two. I got the Atlanta Falcons Nation Cash App and my Maggie T Productions Cash App. If you're feeling generous, send some money because I love y'all. All right,
That
I'm out, people.
that, that could be
Go ahead.
considered flirting.
Is that flirting?
How about that? My
Right.
cousin over here laughing. I'm trying not to roast my cousin. So let's get on
Good.
off here.
Cuz, oh, what's going on, cuz? You need to get in on this conversation too. All right, y'all.
Look, she throwing her hands up. She throwing her hands up because she know depending on what she may say, big cuz gonna give 'em. Look,
Mm-hmm.
I always been overprotective of her. If it's one person I've been overprotective of, is her because we the closest. We the closest two together on my mama's on our mama's side of the family. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we the closest two together. I used to stand by her crib. I was like 5, 6 years old. She be like right at 2 to 3 years old, and I would stand by her crib, and I wouldn't let nobody bother her.
That's good. That's cute.
Now she nasty as hell.
All right, nasty cousin. You know. Well, she get it from somebody.
I'm wounded
All
out
right.
there. I'm
Well,
wounded out there. Okay, y'all.
good night. I mean, good morning. Afternoon. Enjoy your evening, everybody.
Enjoy
All
your
right.
evening. Thank
Peace.
you.
Bye.